Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is Underground, Season 2, Episode 8, Auld Acquaintances. Now it starts off with, again, Daniel. But this time around, Daniel, as we seen, he was captured when there was that battle from last episode, the episode prior. And he's blind now. They blinded him. You could clearly see, I don't know if it was a cattle prod or what they use. But now his job is, he's in, what is it called? An etcher, where he's, creating, putting names or so into stone. And it's really sad because I said, okay, I see this and I know what this has to do with. This is, again, about Rosalie. Because Rosalie's now been scarred as well and has been put back into bondage. So I said, okay, so that's the comparison. Now, it's nighttime. And that was at daytime. This is nighttime, and we see Cato. Cato's looking around. Why? Because he wants to go and give Patty something. He went and stole the journalist's book, and I said, oh, Lord Jesus, they're about to kill him. I was convinced they were about to kill that man, because I said he's a secret abolitionist. I know it. Not exactly. He could be, and just smart enough not to put it in there. But he's writing this story about Patty. And even though it starts off great because it's saying she has all these men and over 40 men and she controls all of them, they bend to her every whim. And she likes that. What she doesn't like is the fact that, wow, oh yeah, because the weather. So this is how my voice really is. It's usually really muffled, but I'm glad it's back, even if it's just for right now. Anyway, Patty finds out this guy. It's like, you know what, she's not even chasing the prime meat, she's chasing the second best, and she can't even do that. So then Cato tells her, so here's what you need to do. He said, stop chasing Rosalie. And I said, wait a minute. Cato's trash. But, is he actually trying to help Rosalie? Because at first when I watched it, I said, Cato, you annoy me to no end. But then, now that thinking about it, I'm thinking, did Cato do that to get her to stop going after Rosalie? Because he said you need to go after Harriet Tubman instead. You want to be legend. You want to be legendary. And she said, how am I going to do that? I don't know how to find them. I don't know how to find them. I don't have a map. And he said, there is a map. It's through song. I said, oh my God. He's telling all the trade secrets of the Freedom Riders. Oh! I was over that. And he starts singing, and essentially this song about location. And it's the imagery for the intro of the book, of the, what do you call it, of the show. It kind of showed all of that, and essentially it's like the lights, the city, and which direction, or east or west, all of that is in song. So he shows her that, and now she wants him to sing more of it. Back at the Macon plantation, guess what, little boy? He's got his nice little suit. James, who I said he needs to get popped. James walks in and he sees that Rosalie, they're trying to go and getting this girdle around Rosalie. Remember, she's pregnant, so that girdle wants to give, and Rosalie's baby's fighting back. I said, oh my God, they're really doing this to this girl. She's pregnant and they're trying to force her into this thing. Rosalie gave her brother that look of, I'm going to knock you out after giving you a little kiss. I'm going to knock you out after giving you a little kiss. Ernestine, because Ernestine's back. Ernestine's back, and my thing is that there's a huge divide between August and this other guy who's also with them. He's part of Patty's crew, and Ernestine catches it instantly that they do not like each other. She doesn't fully know why they want her or need her. All she knows is that she wants to get out. This August has a drinking problem, so she says, oh, so he likes to drink. Okay, got it. She wants to know where they're going, why they took her. And the other guy looked at August and said, well, it's because of your daughter. We're going after your daughter, and we're using you to get to her. We see that the sewing circle, they're doing this fundraiser. And the fundraiser is, the great thing about it is the fact that they don't have any slaves, creating all of the baked goods. The issue is that after all of the raids have occurred at the Sewing Circle safe house, now people are looking at them sketchy. Even people who want to help them are like, no. Along with that, a lot of people look at Georgia and say, oh, because now all of them hear the rumors that she's actually a freed slave and that she's not a white woman, even though looking at her, I'm like, how'd they ever think that she was a white woman? Anyway, I'm still trying to figure that out. And, of course, we have Elizabeth that's back. She's back from listening to Harriet, and it was informative and empowering as ever. Elizabeth sees one of her friends who's trying to make light of the fact that she completely ignores Georgia. And so it's like, you know what, Elizabeth? Of course I want to help the old colors out. Of course I want to do this and do that. And just looking at Georgia like that. Well, I don't have money right now because my husband, he controls the purse. He controls everything. So I'm going to go and figure it out. It's an IOU. Okay, we should do lunch. Bye. Oh, yeah, just the two of us. Not with... All right. I said, oh, Elizabeth, you better get your friend. You better get your friend. Now, Noah, he goes and he yokes up, because he's in the cabin, so he goes and he yokes up Cora. And Cora's just like, yo, it wasn't me. Noah's thinking that it was her that she snitched, but she said, no, it was James. It was not me, it was James. Why did you guys break the plan? It was supposed to be me that was supposed to go and get him. Why did you guys go into the main house and do it? Because you went there, we thought that you went and snitched. Now, they have to figure out how they're going to get Rosalie out of there. Which I'm thinking, yeah, how are you going to get Rosalie out of there? Because Rosalie's back in the main house, and it's around, the woman of the house. She's going and playing the piano. It's Christmas time, or it's close to being Christmas time or so, and that's why there's so many gifts. And we see that her son, her biological son, he went and he got, a general, regular, old gift. Maybe some, new clothes. But James, and he's jealous of James, who she just adores, he was a good boy. He listens to everything that she says, does everything that she says, because he knows what's good for him. So he got a satchel. Yes. No, a saddle. Because he's getting a pony. He's getting a little pony. James is thinking that he's running things. Rosalie comes in there like, you little mother... Looks at James like, I'm about to go and whoop your boy. Look, James, look at her, look away. Looks at her, look away. Look at her, look away. I said, of course, because you feel like you know your sister's coming after you. Here comes the plantation owner. She was like, hello, Rosalie. I won't tolerate that. Didn't I tell you to go and get some drinks or get this and get that? If you know it's good for you, you better go. Rosalie had a look of, I'm going to beat your butt too. I'm going to beat you too. And James, you're next. I'm not leaving here without you. Elizabeth, she comes and she sees, of course, Harriet. And the thing is, they need money. They need a lot of money in order to get the train tickets for Rosalie's entire family. And they have to figure out how they're going to raise the money. So the original fundraiser was partially there to do that. And Elizabeth is starting to feel like, you know what, this is great and all, but we need to do more. I don't know what I can do, but I need to do more because this isn't enough. We need to step it up. We need action. Because remember, she listened to what Harriet said before, and so now she's just like, yeah, I'm ready for action. It's just about what her version of action is going to be. Now, Noah is working with Cora because they're going through all of these people, and all of them are candidates to go into the main house to have dinner with the slave owner, with the plantation owner. It's what they do once a year during holiday times. And they're trying to figure out, there's this guy who's not the strongest, but he's really scrappy, he never gives up. This older guy who's basically for self and he's unpredictable. A guy who keeps his head down and knows when to strike. A girl who's more competitive and just seems to be better than all the other guys at everything. And they're just trying to figure out who can they trust because they don't know. All of them care about themselves more than each other. They're not really a family. Because remember, Cora was saying how, man, if you can't trust your family, who can you trust? Type of thing. And that always stayed in Noah's head. Now, we see Ernestine. Ernestine's with August and the other guy. And she's looking at that alcohol like, can I have some of that? Can I have some of that? He had the look of, You want the sorry. Remember, Ernestine's now going through withdrawal because she stopped doing the drugs, or at least we think she stopped doing the drugs. I said, Lord Jesus, Ernestine. They hear a gunshot because remember, there's still slave catchers after Ernestine aside from them. So she takes her chance. They were trying to go through the river so that they wouldn't get caught on land. Because she realized that, she jumps in the water to try and slow them down. Her hands and feet are tied up, so she's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere, but still, at least, she could try and escape. So of course they capture her, they bring her on land. So now she's on land, and they realize, oh, so you have a vice as well. Because they see the opiates, they know what it is. And there's still more gunfire. She tries to run. They're like, where you going? Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. While little James is out and about, he sees Noah? And remember, Noah's like, yeah, I'm with Ernestine, and here's the situation. You're my family too. You're my family now because she's pregnant with my child, which would mean that you're going to be an uncle, and I need for you to go and remember the importance of family. Family overall. And he said, that's great and all, but she said, no, not but. Because those others, the white people in there that are enslaving us, they're not your family. They're the enslavers. They're the enforcers. They're the bad guys. Your mother, your deceased brother, me, your sister risked her life to go and save you, and then you went and turned her in. Are you kidding me? Here's how this works. I'm gonna go and save her, and she's not going without you. So like it or not, we're all in this together. You need to decide for yourself. And he was saying how, well, if you were really there to protect my family, how come she was the one who protected me, which took all those lashes, and when when my brother was killed, and then when she had to go and run, like, what about me? What about me? What about me? I'm just here, everyone left, and then I had to go and figure it out for myself. I said, that's true, never really thought about it like that. Never really thought about it like that. They're at church, and remember, Harriet was talking to Elizabeth about what the plan is. They need to go and steal from this church. This church is essentially one of the, I'll call it like a slave enforcer church, where the money and the proceeds go towards the further enslavement of black people. So they're like, okay, we're going to rob from them. We're going to rob from them, but we can't have too many people, new faces there. Now, they don't really know the black faces, so they're not going to pay attention to the black people. And it was like, oh, okay. So we had one of the sewing circle. She had this basket. And in the basket, it had all of these snakes. I said, oh, no. Oh, not enough money. Not enough money. No. So she just drops it open. Everyone goes running because Elizabeth got up. Remember, she's still wearing the black. Because in that time, when someone died, you like mourned for like half the year. It was something ridiculous. Anyway, and you let everyone know your situation so that they can go and treat you appropriately. But they go and they take the offering box. They fall because remember they're still wearing dresses, so their coordination's kind of off. This guy's about to go and attack them. You know, the main practitioner at the church, and Georgia had a gun. I said, it's about time, Georgia. It's about time, Georgia. You have been listening to Harriet. You have. Because you're ready. You're ready. And I'm just so proud. So now they can get that money, use that money to pay for the train tickets for Rosalie and her family. Now, again, they're still walking. They're walking now through this water. They're dragging Ernestine. Ernestine is still feisty. She's still trying to figure out how she's going to get out of this. And we hear more gunshots, but right now they're okay. They always keep hearing gunshots, but at least at this time they don't ever run into anyone, which I find very interesting and odd. Ernestine was trying to go and leave tracks, because they're saying, how are they able to track us? And that's when August said, well, they can't be tracking us through that because here are the scraps that she's been trying to leave as a trail. Come on, that's why I've been walking behind you. are you stupid or are you dumb? And I said, look, don't count Ernestine yet. She's a boss. She's a boss, and even though she's, you see, that's the thing. Once she got off of them drugs, it was like, woo, she was back. She was back, ready to go. Do whatever it takes to make sure that her daughter's life wasn't in danger. Because the issue is that, well, one of the main issues is that with her daughter being in danger, she's in protective mode. And while she's in protective mode, she needs to find out, so what happened to your son? Because she asked him, what happened to your son? You were traveling with the boy. And he tells her, oh, am I jumping ahead? No, I'll wait for that a little bit later. While she's at the house in another room, she's playing around with the light fixture. And I said, wait a minute, because she was not dusting. She was playing around with that light fixture. Here comes the boy of the house, not her brother, but the boy. And she was going to go and tell on her, tell on Ernestine that, oh, she's doing something. And another maid came in. So then she was about to just like get back to work. I'm not doing it. It was like, we're family. Boy, what's wrong with you? So then, what did I call her, Ernestine? So Rosalie stopped him from hitting, what was it, Hattie, who was like one of the house slaves. He said, you're not going to do that. You are not going to do that. And so then when he was like, oh, I'm telling my mom, James said, oh, no, you not. Do you want me to start problems for you? Do you want me to start problems with you? Because you know your mother likes me more. So I can go and lie and cause problems. Rosalie had that look of, that's right. You thought something different, didn't you? But he told Hattie to get back to work. He's like, it's okay, Hattie, you can go. I said, excuse me, little boy? Little boy. Little boy. You're still a slave. You're not really free. Stop playing yourself. But anyway, Rosalie now wants to talk with her brother. And this is where she finds out, like, why are you doing this? Why are you saying that they're your family? No, we're your family. He said, so why did you leave? Once you left, all these bad things started to happen. You left and I had to fend for myself. And I said, that's it. That's why he's acting this way. Speaking of family, this is when this is when August tells, what's the woman's name? August tells Ernestine that, you know, my son, it was, I don't think he ever says that your daughter killed my son, but he does say, you know, his son isn't around, he had it all, he had the money, his land was paid up, but he was still greedy, he shouldn't have had his son with him, he didn't really need him with him, he just wanted him around, and so Ernestine said, well, I'm in a similar boat. Lost my oldest, which was Sam. He was my favorite. He never knew it, but he was my favorite. I love that boy dearly, and he was my heart. James, my youngest, he was born because he was the master's son, and that was a mistake. Even though I love him, it's different. It's different. Rosalie, I have to protect her. That's my daughter. That's my baby. But, you know, my youngest son has been sold to the mistress. My daughter's on the run, as you know. And I don't know what to do. So they go, as parents, camaraderie, drink up. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't think you want to give her a drink. I mean, she's an addict. And so right now she's feeling weak because of withdrawal. Giving her a drink may help her take off the edge so that she could be back at full force or almost full force. Back at the safe house, Georgia and Harry's just saying how, you know what, at the end of the day, we have enough money to pay for the, what is it called? What are those things called? For the train tickets, and we're doing very well. And see, we did it. We stole from someone crooked and gave to the needy. That's all that matters. Even this from a church. It was a crooked church. So it is what it is. I don't like that phrase. So, that's the situation there. And we hear this sound in Elizabeth's head, like, you know what, but this isn't enough, we need more, because she was just saying how things are bad, there are less people here, there's less support, how are we going to keep this place open? They said, we're going to do what we have to do, we need this safe house, we're here to help bring people to freedom, and we're going to do just that. Ernestine gets up, because she says, oh, she has to pee, the other guy goes and, you know, has the rope around her, and so it's like, oh, okay, tell her to go, and he pulls on the rope while she's trying to pee, and I said, ow! I said, excuse, little brat, because he did that on purpose. He waited too long, because she took that rope off, and then not only did she get manage to get the rope off, she starts running. Because I told you, she drank the alcohol so that the shakes would go away long enough. And now he's running after her. They're fighting. She's fighting back, but the guy's stronger. So he goes, slams her into the tree, dislocates her arm, and now she can't really move. And she's thinking, oh my god, what's going to happen? Remember, August doesn't like this guy. And this guy doesn't like August. So they start to fight themselves once August catches up with them. And August sticks this thick branch in the other guy's neck. So now he's dead. But August said, I'm not stupid. He takes the gun, shoots him to make sure that he's dead. It's like, alright. And then he goes over and holds on to Ernestine. It's just like, you know what, here. And he gave her the opiates. I said, wait a minute, why are you going to do that? Because he has to go and, you know, push her shoulder back in. And of course, she took the, and the, I said, this is a weird relationship. I already see some type of relationship festering out of this. And it's so messed up. It's so messed up. They're so messed up, so maybe that's why Noah was waiting for Bill. Because remember, Bill wasn't going to survive this time around. So Noah went, fought Bill, and I said, wait a minute, Noah, you better win. You better beat Bill. You better beat Bill. And they were fighting, they were tussling. I said, Noah, you better win. You better win. Noah ends up winning. He ends up winning, and he gets Bill to the ground. He takes the same whip that Bill used to use in all of them, yoked it around his neck, and suffocated him until he was dead. I said, that's how you do it. I was so proud. I was so proud. Next up, we have Elizabeth coming through. She talks to her rich bougie friend. She said, I need your respirations. Hello? I need the money right now. I said, no. Well, you already know. I'm not going to go and give my money to those people. She said, actually, you are going to go and give the money to those people because you have a husband. But why is it that Felipe, Harry, John, Derek, yeah, all those people say it's not a big deal. No, it's a bigger deal than you think. I'm not stupid. I know that you go cheating on your husband, and I'm going to tell him. Or you're going to tell him. Yeah, I'm going to tell him. Alright, so how much money do you need? No. This is for this month. You're going to contribute. You need to fill this basket. Every month I'm going to come back for more money. Instead of you going to Italy or to Spain to to India to culture yourself, why don't you go and take that money and fill this basket up with all the jewels and items? That's what you're going to do. Because I'm not playing around with you. I'm not playing those games. And there's a good person inside. I'm just going to have to force her out. I said, oh, okay. When Ernestine wakes back up, she's like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because she realizes now they're going south. Because originally they were talking about directions that they had to head to. And he said, wait, this isn't right. Why are you... Oh my god. Okay. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I fully realized what that meant. Leave a comment below, let me know what that meant. Because I was a little lost there myself. But... now we see all of the slaves who are in their, Sunday's best to go and have the dinner with the mistress. And Cora, we see a flashback of Cora talking to Noah saying, so who are you going to trust? Honestly, we can't trust any of them. Because originally they kept paying to each one, and all of them looked on edge as if they were going to kill her herself. That's what it almost felt like. I don't know if it was just the camera angles or if they were actually going to do it. Because they all had that look of, alright, so who's going to kill her? That's why I thought, oh my god, did Noah enlist all of them? But no! Instead, he said, I can't trust any of them. So he goes, has the gun. Mind you, they're not trying to die for this woman, so they're going back off. They get, what's the woman's name? They get Rosalie. Of course, Cora is going with the getaway wagon. And, to top it all off, James is like, I'm not going. Rosalie took that plate and pot, boom! Bust him upside his head. I said, that's what he needed. Knock him out, because I'm tired of that kid. That kid's going to learn. And you're going to have to force it out of him. That's what you're going to have to do. So now they're thinking that they also have the mistress. But her son comes out of nowhere with a shotgun, pointed at Noah. And they're just like, oh my god, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So Noah shoots him. he shoots, and they're thinking, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Is Rosalie hurt? No, it wasn't Rosalie. It was the mom that was hurt. The mom that was hurt, and the mom's just like, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna run after you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And Rosalie said, nah, that's not what's gonna happen. She goes, throws the lantern into the house. Remember, she put explosive in that house so the house would catch on fire quick once the fire was introduced to it. I said, that's how you do it. She's like, no, no. I said, yes, yes. And it's top of the loft. They heard the alarm, so there's a new guy coming through the tunnels, and of course it's Cato. It's Cato. He's come through because he's going to go and sell all of them out. He's either going to sell all of them out or he's going to enlist their help. And I really hope that he enlists their help. I really hope that he's not lost, because if he is, I'm personally coming through the TV screen coming after him. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought.